What we did basically, we did have like a 48-hour opportunity for people to turn in listings, and that has been changed to one business day. So Gabe or Eric, either one of you, who wants to talk to me about a business day?
I think that's perfect for a lawyer. Although one thing I would say is that we use business days on our DMAAR Universal Purchase Agreement.
Exactly.
And so it does fall right in line with what we're doing every day with home inspections and whatnot. But so Gabe, why don't you describe what a business day is?
Sure. And I'll get into a business day, and Eric and Lance, just a question for you to make sure I'm clear, because I deal with talking to a lot of different executive officers that have different local MLS rules, so I get them mixed up sometimes. So does DMAAR still have a 48-hour turn-in time if that's gone completely? Okay.
That went away with this new rule that I just read, because that was 48 hours in that rule, and yeah.
So it's all one business day. Nope, that makes perfect sense. As far as a business day, there is guidance from NAR as to what specifically means a business day. Generally, as NAR's guidance says, it would exclude Saturdays, Sundays, holidays as well. You need to be very careful, though, from time to time, and this is just a little bit of information for the day that can go to other topics. Just because NAR gives guidance on what a business day doesn't mean the DMAAR purchase agreement might not give another definition of a business day, and an IAR form might say something different on counting days or whatever that be. So always make sure when you're talking business days that you consider the source you're looking at and how it specifically defines it. But from the guidance that NAR is given, it would generally include Saturdays, Sundays, or business days would not include Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. So those typical days that we would consider days of the working week.
Okay, so Eric, give us when's a business day start? I mean, I know for guys like us, it's probably 8, 9 in the morning. But when's a real business day actually start?
That feels like a lawyer question, but I would say the hours of, let's say just we were looking at Monday and saying that was a business day, that would be all day from, the time that Monday began to the time that Monday ended. And so, and I don't have the purchase agreement in front of me. I wish I did, because we talk about calculating business days, and I think it is midnight to midnight, that 24-hour period. So if it's not like 8 to 5, like what we would think. It's that whole 24-hour period. Do you remember if that's the case, Gabe?
I would have to, in the DMAAR purchase agreement, I would have to look again to remember what the specific verbiage, but correct me if I'm wrong, how I'm saying this, but I would think, for example, if something was for purposes of this MLS rule for a business day, if you had an exclusive listing agreement that you started advertising at just after lunch, 12:30 p.m. on Monday, I would think it would have to be into the MLS no later than 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, because generally you wouldn't count that first day. The next day would be your one business day, and it would have to be in.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You have to be careful on that, though. And again, I think that's what we're talking about for purpose of DMAAR and this MLS rule. I'd have to look at the purchase agreement to see how it defines it. I can't remember. But I've heard in other situations where a business day might cut it off at 5 p.m. the next day. So it's always important to know what definitions, given the situation you're working in. But generally, I would say the end of that next day, exclude counting that first day.
Right. Okay. So that kind of helps, because they think that we took 48 hours and cut it in half. And that's how that works, because prior to your 48 hours, if you signed at 5 p.m. on Sunday evening, you had until 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. But now if we sign at 5 p.m. on Sunday, you have until the end of the day on Monday. So it is not as dramatic of a cut as one might, assign to that. But so yeah, basically business day starts at midnight, that 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. and then goes until 11:59 p.m. of that day, and so that is your business day. So turn that in, and we'll be up and running.